Okay, sixth graders, we are going to go ahead and get started on page 101. We're going to be talking about percents and fractions, and we're going to just go ahead and jump right on in and go ahead and get started. So make sure your book's open to page 101. I want you to take a look at this first part. It says, students were asked to choose their favorite sport to play. For each sport, shade a 10 by 10 grid that represents the number of students that chose that sport. Now, a 10 by 10 grid, if you're talking about 10 wide and 10 lengthwise, so length and width is 10 by 10, you're going to have 100, so 10 times 10 is 100. So this first one, 3 out of 20 chose basketball. Well, if you take a look at this grid, you are going to see that it is broken up into groups of 20. You'll notice that this is a shaded darker right there. So here's 10, here's 20. Here's 10, here's 20. Okay, so we're talking 3 out of every 20. So I'm going to shade in 3 out of every 20. So there's 3 in the first 20. Here's the next 20, and I'm going to shade in 3 more there. Here's the next 20. I'm going to shade in 3 more there. There's the next group of 20, 3 more there. And then there's 3 more there. Now, let's talk about what that looks like out of 100. So this whole grid is out of 100. So how many people out of 100 chose basketball as their favorite sport? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So 15 out of 100 chose basketball as their favorite sport. That's just written as a fraction. So if we were going to go and write that as a decimal, 1500ths looks like 0 and 1500ths. Okay, now let's take a look at the 25. Notice 3 out of 25. Notice that it looks like this, and they have taken the grid and they split it into fours, because 100 divided by 4 is 25. So now we're going to do 3 out of 25, so like football. So there's 3, there's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3 this way. It doesn't matter. But notice I'm in every group of 25, I have colored in 3. So how many out of 100 is that? 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 out of 100, okay, chose football, which gives you 1200ths, okay, as a decimal. Now, I know we're going to be doing fractions, but this gives us a little bit of a head start if we can turn that fraction into a decimal. All right, 1 out of 20. So notice they're shaded back into the 20s. So there we go. 1 out of 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of 100, which is 0.05. Okay, 500ths. If you wrote it like this, that is 5/10. That is wrong. Okay, it has to be 500ths. Got to remember that place value. All right, 9 out of 100 chose swimming. Okay, so I know that this whole one is 10. So if I just leave one blank, that gives me 9 out of 100, and I write that as a decimal, which is 0 and 900ths. Okay, so basically what we just did is what would be done down there. So we just wrote it along the side. All right, go ahead and flip over to the next part in your book, and I want to talk about what a percent means. I would star this. Percent means out of 100. Percent means out of 100. Okay, so we have to remember the percent means out of 100. I would write that over here. Percent means out of 100. You guys are going to hear me talk about that all the time. Anytime we talk about percent, I would say percent means out of 100. Okay, so if I have 45%, that means 45 out of 100, or it means 45 hundredths. So taking a look at the model, you can see that 45 are shaded in out of the hundreds group, which gives you 45 hundredths, or taking a look at like a number line, like a, not a number line, but basically a box dividing into 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Do you see how that is? And if we split it right there, because it's not the full 50, it's half of that 50, then this would mean 45%. Okay, if you were to look at that visual. All right. So it says right here, this is important. To write a percent as a fraction, we're going to first write the percent as a rate per 100, and then we're going to simplify. So when you see this 45%, okay, we know that that came out of 45 out of 100 because percent means out of 100. Okay, let's take a look down here. We're going to take a look at this example, and then we're going to move on and practice. Okay, write 50% as a fraction in simplest form. So first we're going to write 50% means out of 100. When I see 50 hundredths, I know that I can divide each of these by the greatest common factor of both of those, which is 50, which is going to give me 1/2. Okay, let's do these problems. Write each percent as a fraction. So percent means out of 100. So 75 over 100. But we have to write it in simplest form. So is there a greatest common factor between 75 and 100? There is. Okay, the greatest common factor of 75 and 100 is 25. Okay, if you're not sure, this is where you come over here and you write your GCF. So the numbers you can multiply together to get 75, and we know that that is 3 and 25, and then for 100, we know if we take 4 times 25, and you would realize that 25 is the greatest common factor. Okay, so we're going to divide 75 divided by 25, which is 3, and then 100 divided by 25 is 4. Now, let's say, whoa, Mrs. Horner, what if I didn't know that that greatest common factor was 25? Well, I'm going to show you what I mean by that by taking a look at B. And that is way too thick of writing for me. There we go. Okay, so percent means out of 100. So let's say that I did not know what the greatest common factor is of 90 and 100. I know that both of those numbers are even, so I can divide each of those by 2. So I can start off dividing each of those by 2. And when I divide that by 2, I'm going to get 45 out of 50. When I look at 45 and 50, I know that I can divide each of those by 5. Okay? So I'm going to divide each of those by 5. 45 divided by 5 is 9. 50 divided by 5 is 10. So I get an answer of 9/10. Okay? Now, take this problem. We're going to come back up here. 90 over 100 because it's 90%. Watch what I do. I know that the greatest common factor of 90 and 100 is 10. So I'm going to divide each of those by 10. So 90 divided by 10 is 9, and 100 divided by 10 is 10. I still got the same answer. Even though I only had to do dividing once there, over here I divided by 2, I divided it twice, but I still got the same answer. So it doesn't matter where you start, as long as you get your fraction to the simplest term, okay, the simplest form. All right, let's take a look at the next page. There we go. Okay. It says, on number 3, it says, the table shows the percent of each movie type rented during a month. What fraction of the rentals were action movies? So taking a look at the action movies, I see that there's 35%. Percent means out of 100. So you have 35 out of 100. Okay, 35%. Percent means out of 100. Now, knowing what I know about 100 and what I know about 35, I know I can divide each of those by 5 because I know that they are multiples of 5. So let's start there. So we're going to divide each of those by 5. 35 divided by 5 is 7, and 100 divided by 5 is 20. Therefore, I know that I cannot go any lower because the only factors of 7 are 1 and 7. And I know that 7 is not a factor of 20 because I can't take 7 times a whole number to get 20. I can take 7 times 2 and get 14, or I could take 7 times 3 and get 21, but I do not have a whole number that I can take 7 times something to get me 20. So therefore, in simplest terms, it is 7/20ths. Now, let's take a look at what B says. B says, write the fraction as rentals that were horror movies. So you're going to see that it was 5%. So let's write it as a fraction. 5% means out of 100. I cannot leave it like that because I know that it can be simplified because I know that I can divide each of those by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1, and 100 divided by 5 is 20. So 1 in every 20 people chose horror movies, or 5 in every 100 chose horror movies as their favorite movies. I don't know why. Not what I would pick at all. That would be my least, no, I don't even watch them. Not my cup of tea. Okay, so now let's take a look at fractions as a percent. Okay, so it says write the fraction 6/8 as a percent. There's going to be a couple of different ways that we can do this. All right, number one, it says first let's simplify it. So they took 6/8 and they simplified it to 3/4. Then they found an equivalent ratio with 100 as the denominator because percent means out of 100. So basically going back to our ratio table, how do I get from 4 to 100? I multiply that by 25. Whatever I do to the bottom, I must do to the top. So if I multiplied the bottom by 25, I must multiply the top by 25. So 3 times 25 is 75. So 75 hundredths, since percent means out of 100, means that it is 75%. Okay, let's take a look at this one. 9/12. Well, knowing what I know about 9/12, I know that that first can be simplified. So we're going to divide each of those by 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3, and then 12 divided by 3 is 4. Okay, now can I find a percent out of 100? Can I get to 100? I sure can. 4 times 25 is 100. 3 times 25 is 75. I have 75 hundredths, which is the same as 75%. Okay. All right, let's take a look at the next page over here. All right, we're going to take a look at some of these guiding practices. 2 minutes. Okay. 15% we're going to write as a fraction in simplest. 15 out of 100. Okay, so we're writing, we know that we can divide each of these by 5, which is going to give me 3/20. That's as low as it will go. The next one, 80%. 80 over 100. I know that the greatest common factor of those is 10, so I'm going to divide each of those by 10. 80 divided by 10 is 8. 100 divided by 10 is 10. Oh my goodness, that's not the greatest common factor. I can go lower. This is why I did this. Okay, I can then divide each of those by 2 because they're both even. So 8 divided by 2 is 4, and 10 divided by 2 is 5, so 4/5. So really the greatest common factor was not 10, but really the greatest common factor was 20. Okay, so do you see how you can do that in both of them? All right, the next one, let's take a look at how we go from a fraction to a percent. So 3/10, and actually I'm going to, okay, I have enough room. Okay, so 3/10, and I want to make it an equivalent fraction with a denominator of 100. So how do I get from 3 to 100? I can multiply by 10. Whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. So 3 times 10 is 30. So 30 hundredths, percent means out of 100, means that it is 30%. Okay, let's take a look at 3/20. Let's see if we can get to 100. We sure can. We don't even need to scale back or scale forward. So 20 times 5 equals 100. Whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. So 3 times 5 is 15. Therefore, this is 15% because percent, means out of 100. And the last one, 2/5. Make it out of 100. I can multiply by 20. multiply by 20 gives me 40. 2 times 20 is 40, 40%. And we'll stop there.